Welcome to 2019 and welcome to our first newsletter for the year. It's my absolute privilege to be standing in front of you as the Executive Principal of Varsity College, and we have had an amazing start to 2019. I trust that your children have settled in well to their new year of school and transitioned from one year to the next. Sometimes that can be a little bit difficult, but I'm hoping that for everyone it's been a relatively smooth exercise. I have had the pleasure of being over at prep barbecues this week, and whilst it's a little stressful for our preppies and we've had a few tears, they all seem to be settling in well, and talking to parents, the common feel has been that it's been a really smooth start to the year, so that's great. At Varsity College we are incredibly fortunate, and this is a beautiful school. The buildings are lovely, the facilities are fantastic, our teachers are wonderful, but there's one thing that I believe really makes the school special, and that's our students. And today, for our first newsletter of the year, I would like to announce and introduce to everyone our leaders of the student population of Varsity, which is a massive population, 3,500 students. It's the biggest school in the state and it's one of the biggest schools in Australia. So we're very, very proud of that. And to be a student leader in a school of that magnitude is something that is very, very special. So I would like to introduce you to these special young men and women right now. And with me now, I've got the leaders of our Varsity primary campus. So I'm going to introduce them all to you and they're going to say hi. Firstly, we've got Brant Johnson, we've got Bronte Bacon, we've got Mira Manesh Nair, and we've got Julian Collier MacArthur. So say hi, guys. They're a little bit nervous, but you know, this is something that I think is really special. So one thing I do want to ask you all is, what is it that you're really looking forward to this year at Varsity College? Brant, can you tell me?
Graduating, doing leadership, fun.
Fun. Excellent, yeah. It's good that school's fun. Bronte, what about you?
I'm looking forward to meeting other year sixes and helping them out.
Excellent, that's good. It's nice that student leaders are helpful. That's really important, and I think people look to their leaders to help them, so that's great. Mira, what about you?
I'm looking forward to running the assemblies, talking in front of people, and just graduating primary school.
Excellent, and you're obviously a really good talker, so that's fantastic, and that's important, isn't it? Julian, what about you?
Well, really the same as Brant. I'm looking forward to having fun and, you know, just graduating, making the best out of my last primary year.
Fantastic. Wow, it's pretty easy to see why these guys have been made the captains of our primary campus, and this year I'm really excited about spending more time with them and getting to work with them. As I said, student leadership for me is something that is critical to the success of a school, and I very much take a lot of time to spend time with those students, but they are also the people that they can pick up things that adults don't normally pick up. They also go home and tell you things, and those things come back to us at school. So that's really important for me as the executive principal. And as the executive principal, sometimes it's easy to be bogged down in my office, and that's today why we're out of the office and I'm introducing you to these amazing people. So I look forward to working with them on the primary campus. Our start to the year has been a really busy one. In secondary this week we ran our swimming carnival, and we had our swimming carnival at Somerset College for the first time. Great venue, we had lots of shade and there was a great vibe and atmosphere around the pool for our swimmers, and it was amazing to see the swimmers in action at Varsity. We've certainly got some talent in amongst our sportsmen and women at Varsity College, so it was a lovely day out there. Teachers really said that the students behaved beautifully, and we were quite full, and I know that some parents are a bit concerned about shade, and we're certainly looking into that next year for you because it was a hot day and we had over 1,200 students there. So we really had the Somerset College pool at capacity, which is great to see. So it's always one of those things when you've got a lot of students that want to be involved in school activities. For us, it's always about finding the biggest venue we possibly can. So we're going to work on that for next year and look at what our shade provision is. But all in all, we had a great day. And as I said, it was a fantastic atmosphere and it was a great way to start the year and really get on a high for 2019. Leadership at our school moves from strength to strength when we go from primary to the secondary campus, and I'd like to introduce you to a really important group of people, and they are the people that are really going to spread themselves out across our campus this year and look at our 4 pillars, and they are our 4 pillar leaders and their leadership team behind them. So the first person I'd like to introduce you to is Caitlin Barwick. Caitlin, what pillar do you lead?
Sporting pillar.
And what are you looking forward to about leading that this year?
I'm looking forward to the sports carnivals and getting kids involved in sport this year.
Excellent, yeah, getting kids involved in sports is really important so that they're healthy. Second person that I would like to introduce you to is Tian Zhang. Tian, what pillar do you lead?
I lead the cultural pillar.
Okay, cultural. Oh, is that music and arts and that type of stuff?
All of that. We have a very large array of anything related to arts. So we have a lot going on this year. We have the musical, we have a Stedfords, which we always do very well in every year. And yeah, it's going to be a really exciting year for Cultural Pillar.
Excellent. I love the cultural pillar because I'm not an arty person, so I'm always really inspired by people that have that talent. So I'm looking forward to our year this year. It is busy. We next have Zoe Brown. Zoe, what pillar do you lead?
Community.
Community. Tell us a bit about that.
So this year we have a lot of countless events that's going on, and we're all really excited to see what's going to happen.
Community is really important, isn't it? Because we're sort of the heart of the community here, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you take that seriously, I know. I've heard that that's something you're very passionate about. And finally, we've got Francois Dutois. So Francois, what pillar do you lead?
I lead the academic pillar.
Academic pillar. Tell us a bit about that pillar.
We're just looking forward to excelling in our academic excellence this year, finishing on a high note, graduating with the best results we can.
Of course, and I know that already from the work you've done, even in terms of QCS, practice tests and that the results are brilliant, and that, you know, people in certificate courses are doing a great job, and we have got a high performing cohort. So behind them, we've got part of their team that is actually working with them this year. So give us a bit of a wave, guys, say hi. So these guys represent each of the 4 pillars as well, and they are going to be working across our school, and you will see them at our school events, making sure that, you know, we are really a strong part of the Varsity Lakes community. That's very important to us at Varsity College. So welcome to our pillar leaders and to our pillar leadership team, and I look forward to working with you this year, and I know that you're going to have a wonderful year. Thanks everyone. We have a big event coming up at Varsity College, and that's our Varsity College Open Day, and that is on the 28th of February. It's a Thursday, and we are inviting all prospective students and their families to come along and take a look at our amazing campus here on the secondary campus. And it's certainly a day where I would say to you as community members and as families, if you have friends that are thinking about enrolling their child into the Varsity Secondary School, to come along to Open Day and have a look at what we're about and what we do here. I know that those people will be impressed because you are all advocates for us and our college. And finally today, in my section of the newsletter, I would like to introduce you to some young men and women that last year I had the opportunity to meet quite briefly, but even in those brief encounters, I was absolutely astounded at the quality of these young men and women, and they are our captains and vice captains of Varsity Secondary Campus. So I'm going to introduce you to our captains first. So our captains for this year are Shasiah Van Niekerk and Noah Campbell. Congratulations guys, it's such an honour to be named captain. Tell me a little bit about what you're looking forward to this year.
Well, this year for me, I'm really looking forward to just making new friendships, new bonds, but not just in the grade 12 cohort, probably with the rest of the school, from grade 7s to grade 12s, because I think it's so important just to be involved and just to form new friendship, new bonds with all the students across our campus.
Yeah, and having that presence as student leaders is really important, isn't it? And I think you guys already have that. I really do feel your presence, and even with the events that you were emceeing last year, you did a great job. So I think you're already really visible as captains. Noah, talk to me a little bit about you and your role as captain this year and what you're looking forward to.
I'm really looking forward this year to working with such a good team, not only the 4 of us, but the whole pillar leaders and their teams, as well as the whole cohort as well. I think we've got a really excellent group this year, and I hope we can work together to make it the best it possibly can be.
Yeah, fantastic, and I would agree. We do have a great group. They're not only hard workers, but lots of fun as well. So the other two that I would like to introduce you to are our vice captains. So that is Erin Fisher and Richard Fong. Guys, congratulations on your role as vice captain. Talk to me a little bit about that role and what you're looking forward to this year.
So for me, I'm looking forward to most opportunities that we get as captains and then giving that back to our school community. It's one of the best communities I've ever been to as a school. Everyone's just so lovely and happy to talk to everyone. So just really looking forward to working with our ambassadors and making sure that everyone has the best year this year.
Fantastic. And Richard?
And for me, I'm looking forward to supporting my captains, of course, just making sure that whatever they want done around the school is done. And I'm most looking forward to just leaving an impact on the school, so the school remembers us for who we were.
Yeah, fantastic. And I think one of the things that you mentioned was giving back, and that's so important. And I already feel the camaraderie with you guys, and I know you are passionate about making sure that this year's positive for our entire school, not just our Year 12 cohort, but for everyone. And you know, it was going to be an absolute privilege and a pleasure to work with you this year. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I know that we're going to have a lot of opportunities to get to know each other better. And that's absolutely the best thing about my job. So there you have it, folks. That is our leadership team for 2019 at Varsity College. I'm sure you would all agree with me that that is an outstanding group of young men and women. And as an executive principal, to be able to introduce those people to you, it's such a privilege and a pleasure for me. I hope that you are all as excited about 2019 as I am. And as I said last week in my welcome video, our newsletter is now going to a monthly edition. So we will do one a month for the remainder of the year. And each month I'm really going to try and showcase an aspect of our school that we're all very proud of. So at the start of the year, it's our captains and our leaders, but we're certainly going to have an opportunity to look at facilities, talk to some staff members, talk to other students, and obviously showcase all the great events that we've got coming up in 2019. So welcome to the 2019 Varsity College school year, and I hope that it's a successful one for all of us. Thanks very much, everybody.